recording. Welcome everybody for number 2 of our little sessions here, where we're just giving you the opportunity to ask questions about what you watched from the videos in terms of module 2. Okay. While you were waiting for us to start, I actually was showing the building of the chart, because that's one of the ways I teach the class. Module 1 is more of an intro to system engineering and the life cycle concept. This module, I actually get into the actual chart and the processes. So I start talking about the processes. Just to keep you in mind, in terms of the way I teach the class, let me start the slideshow. I think that might be a little easier for me. Sorry, I have a lot of, even though I have 2 screens, this is a real Star Trek armchair setup I have here. It still takes me a while to get through the various windows and all I have open while I do these little lectures. So one of the things, one more thing I want to pull up. I think it's, oh, wrong one. Okay, so that needs to come over here. Okay, now I'm ready. Turns out there's things. So one thing I want to go through, again, we did module 1. That was the context of system engineering and the way it works. Module 2, what we're going to talk about, what we talked about, what you saw in the lectures, was going from the organization to the project. So the first part of the module, which was about two 1-hour videos, dealt with covering the life cycle model tailoring, which also covered a lot of the system engineering domains that are out there, portfolio management and quality management. And then when you got to the second part of the module, we actually talked about knowledge management, information structure, human resources. And then we went into acquisition before we ended up with project planning. So one of the things I wanted to show you is the way I show how my chart actually interacts with that. And you saw me do this, and I'll do this at practically every beginning of every module, but I wanted to show you. Our class, of course, goes from life cycle model to there. So the center of my chart is the famous V, right? The system engineering V. So those are our technical processes that we run. And that, of course, is chapter 4. Now, I'm not going to get into chapter 4 until we get to like module 4. We're only in module 2. Surrounding the technical processes are technical management processes. Okay. And I kind of always point to the chart by pointing to the project over here. So you have all these processes that are supporting the technical processes. And don't forget, you have controls and enablers as well. And they get created by some of these processes. Agreements, I kind of put in the center between the project and the organization. So the organization provides project enabling processes. So the way I teach the handbook is I start with the organization. So that's what you saw in your lectures. Starting here, notice I put org up here, portfolio management, right? And then I get into agreements and then the project itself. One of the things I make clear is these technical processes that us system engineers love doing can only occur within a project because an agreement has been done between 2 organizations. So that's an important concept and context that I wanted to bring out to you as we're doing that. So, so with that in mind, one of the things, organizational process is what we cover. And again, it's providing those resources and infrastructures to support the projects and all. All right, so that's kind of where I'm at. Remember, I started blank, and then I started getting into each process as we're doing that. And what I covered, and let me pull this up so you can see it. And we'll open it up for questions, okay? Where is my oh, there it is. So one of the things with my nice thing here is that the windows, Zoom windows don't go behind each other. You would lose the Zoom window if I did that. So basically what I covered was this portion of the organizational portion, and I ended with the project planning, and I explained how the project planning worked. So that's kind of the real quick summary of what you should have seen with the videos. And by the way, I wanted to show you one more thing, and then I'll open it up for questions because I don't want to take too much of your time here. I want to get to your questions. So you should have been able to go on to the Canvas website, and down below where it says taking the class, I actually explained how our battle rhythm should be, which includes actually reading the modules in the handbook. And hopefully you guys, were able to either get the handbook or got the PDF, so you were able to read it. And then from there, you take the pre-class quiz, watch my lectures. It's like 4 hours for each module, and then take a post-class quiz. And then that will kind of give you a good feeling for if you're getting the material or not. Now, I understand my lectures. I do my best to go through the slides, and I know I'm good at it because I barely get questions for some reason. Either I'm really good at this, or people are a little hesitant to show that they do have questions. But please ask me questions. I do notice some of you really needed to be able to download the lecture. So I have a link here where you can click on it, and what it does is it takes you to a Google folder, and right here are all the slides, and you just go over on this side and say download, and you should be able to download it. So that's special for your class. I couldn't figure out how to get Venmo to allow it to happen, so I just put them all up in the folder for you. All right, so that's all I have. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. If you want, I can go through each individual, or if you want to raise your hand if you got a question right away, and we'll get into it if we want. All right, let's since nobody's raising their hand right away, let's go through the aspects here. Why don't we start with you, John, if you want to say hi, and then number one, wrong John, sorry, wait. I bet Agabambi. Are you there, John? Agabambi, I can't pronounce your last name. But if you could show yourself and then unmute, and then one thing I would love to know is, what did you kind of get from the lectures? Was there something that kind of surprised you and stuff? Are you there, John? Let me ask you to unmute, see if you're still there. All right. All right, let's go to Alafami George. Are you there? Alafami George. Is anybody hearing me? I hope you guys are hearing me, because it'd be a shame if you guys came and not able to hear me. So, all right, at least give me a thumbs up if you guys, please try to do. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. So Ty is just asking if you have a chance, try to download a video, make sure it is working. and
Yeah.
stuff. So that's
And thanks, Paul, for doing that. Hopefully,
no
we'll be able
problem.
to come back and confirm that they've been able to do it successfully. All right.
Oh, excellent, excellent. By the way, I did hear that the University of Lagos, if you contacted the professor about the chart, they just got the chart. So you may want to contact them again and be able to get the chart if you can. All right. Okay, John didn't say anything about Mr. George didn't say about. How about Franklin? Is it Franklin Mawuti? If you can hear me, just show yourself and just would love to know what you learned and if you have any questions. Doesn't look like anybody's hearing me. I hope they didn't just come in and go eat lunch or something. Oh, no, you're dinner. Go eat dinner. How about Lucy? Mathu? Lucy, are you there? Nobody's coming in. I wonder what's happening. Collins, anybody? Why don't we just open it up for anybody besides John Wade? Love seeing you, John. By the way, John, did you watch any of the videos? Probably not, right? Who has 4 hours, right?
No, I haven't. I was busy at International Symposium, but
Oh yeah, right.
I'm excited to see people here, and hopefully your cameras are working because it makes a better experience. Also,
Yes,
it's an opportunity for you to meet each other, which is
correct.
really important as well.
Yes, please do if you can and stuff. So hopefully they didn't know. Looks like Ty, you and me are doing great. Nobody else is coming in. All right. If you're a student and you can just show yourself, that'd be great. Just turn your video on. If you're not hearing me, if you could, I think Florenzo, he said he could hear me. And Dottie B is in. I can hear you. But
Comfort said she's downloading the videos now. Okay, but the files are kind of large, but
they are
coming through.
Yes. Yeah. Again, they're about an hour each, and of course, I tried to get as good quality as I can. Now, one of the things I did, just so you know, the videos are actually a recording of a class I gave. So most of it is my lecture, but every now and then you'll see me talking to someone or answering a question that may be in the chat. But that's very rare. It's just really being able to say. Okay, so John said he can hear me, but the line is breaking up. So sorry about that. And I know we're quite far. I had the same problem. I did a teaching for Egypt. I had a whole Egyptian company I was teaching, and I had to get up at 4 a.m. for that one. But that one was interesting. I was teaching, but I couldn't show any video. I mean, I could show my slides, but the videos just really broke it up. So, well, if you can't show your video, you can just unmute and go ahead and ask your question. If we continue to have problems here, we can shut down and restart if you think that will help. Or if everybody is doing good and don't have questions. And of course, you can ask the question in the chat as well, and I'll try to answer it. So. All right, let's, nobody is showing themselves or unmuting. So that's an interesting issue. All right, let me do that. Turn on your video. Maybe it's too much. And unmute if you can. All right, that should have went to everybody. All right, John, you said I was breaking up. Wrong, John. The other John with the age. Agami, are you two breaking up where you can't unmute? Is that one of the problems? Looks like we're definitely having issues. All right. Okay, John can hear me, but John, can you unmute? And maybe just to make sure everybody. All right. Okay, that's interesting. All right, so it looks like we're running into some linkage area. Now, I could let you all stay on. I'll shut down and come back up and see if that helps. If you think that might be a good way to go, could you give me a thumbs up? I'm assuming you can hear me. So just use your reaction. Ah, Ferranzo came on. Hey, how you doing? I can see you now. There you go. You're not unmuted though. So Ty can hear me. Nobody else gave me a thumbs up. Ferranzo, right? Is that how you pronounce it? Florenzo?
Well, I'm not sure. You can call Comfort.
Didn't quite. Comfort's easy enough. That's much
Yeah.
easier to say. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much for allowing us video. Though we have not been able to download all because it's large, but at least it's a step in the right direction. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to download the videos.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The network is not so okay today. I don't know why, but we are managing.
Yeah. And were you able to watch the module 2 videos?
No, I've been busy, but I'll try to watch it before next week Thursday.
Oh, good, because the next one you'll have 6 hours of videos to go through. So you'll probably have to take the
I'll
weekend.
try.
Yeah. No, I know we're asking a lot of you to do this in 5 weeks. Normally, some companies they get a bunch of students like this, and actually, I'm going to do this. No, I'm not going to do it for a week. So they let their employees get off a week, and then I just kind of bombard them with this for 5 days straight. So and 5 days straight is actually a graduate course, okay, because it's 30 hours at least. And so it's a lot we're asking you to take in for 5 weeks, which normally for a graduate course, it's 15, right? And I'm actually going to do this again. I'm going to be teaching a class for Los Alamos National Lab. They would like about 15 class students to go through this, but we're going to split it up into 5 weeks just to give them time. One nice thing about trying to keep up with this 5-week thing is you can absorb the information and try to come back to me with anything that is maybe confusing and stuff. So I know we've only been 20 minutes, except for Comfort. We haven't been able to get anybody else to unmute or show themselves. So let me go ahead and see if anybody else would like to unmute, ask me a question. And Comfort, I didn't know. Oh, you said you weren't able to watch the videos yet. So no questions yet, right?
No question yet.
Okay. Well, soon enough. Oh, and by the way, I want to remind you, as you're watching the video, and if you do have a question, you should be able to go to blah, blah, blah. Let me pull this up over here. You should be able to go to discussions, okay? So that's a great way for you to, any questions for the instructor about the material, okay? So you go in here and what it'll do, you hit reply. You just type in, hey, I have a question about blah, 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 okay? And I'll reply to your reply. You don't have to start a new discussion, anything like that. It just can fall underneath this discussion board. It's a good way for other students also to go through here, and when you have a question, you may go in and see somebody else already had the question and I've answered it and stuff. All right, is there anyone else who wants to ask a question, show themselves, raise your hand? If you can't get on, let me double check. Dorothy, were you able to get the video up and running? I don't know if you see. Oh, your video, you can't turn on your video. I got you. Okay. That makes sense. All right. All right, nobody's getting into the chat or anything like that. So good. I mean, we've done a good things. Let's see. All right. Franklin had to leave. So some people are maybe having issues and things like that. All right. Well, we did our best here. We came on board. I really appreciate all of you showing up. Ty's right, or it may have been John. It is good, a better experience if your video does work, so that we can kind of see each other. If you go down and put the gallery on, it's a good way of doing that. But meanwhile, I think I've covered everything I did. Hopefully, I do want to talk about one more thing, and then we'll let me escape from this real quick and start back here, and then we'll call it quits. I mean, we've only been here 20 minutes, but not too many questions, so that's fine. Okay, let's get here, and let me start slideshow from current slide, see if it works. So we covered module 2, okay, and that was life cycle models and stuff. And this is as far as you got as you watched the videos, okay? And so we actually finished the organizational project enabling. And notice that we're starting to get the controls and enablers in place through the organizational processes and all. And the project planning with these 2 big red arrows are explained as well for module 2. So really, if we were to look at it, we cover chapter 7, we cover chapter 6, and we're just getting started with chapter 5, okay? So for module 3, this coming week, you'll be doing project controlling processes. So that are things like project assessment and control, decision management, risk management, as well as measurement. And measurement is fairly important. If you look at my chart, let me minimize this and get my chart back up. You'll actually see when it comes to measurement over here, right here, you'll see that it actually takes in the measurement of effectiveness, measure of performance, and technical performance measures. So MOEs, MOPs, and TPMs, and they all go into measurement. So I kind of take time out to discuss that when we get into measurement and all. And then the next half of module 3 covers quality assurance, CM, and then I get into system analysis. So basically what's going to happen, one more time, what's going to happen is we will cover everything that's surrounding the technical measure. So module 3 next week will get you to the point where, oh my gosh, we're going to start technical processes soon. So when we get to section 4, module 4, then we'll start covering the technical processes and doing that. So it's a long slog, you know. It's like, you know, for you know, up to about 10 hours of videos to get to this, but we're covering as much of the handbook as we can, and you can actually kind of see that. One last thing I want to talk about, you can see it. Let me escape that, go back here. Let's see if I have it. May not have it, but I can show you this way up here. It's kind of at the beginning slideshow. And this and we'll go ahead and unless somebody has a question, we'll go ahead and close this out. So as you can see here, I got the whole handbook here. And so when I start each module, you'll see me slowly but surely eat into this. So last week, coming up to today, we covered a lot of the organizational processes and tailoring as well. But by the time we're done the following week, when we get together next time, these technical management processes will be done. All right. And we'll start into chapter 4. So you'll actually see 5, 6, 7, and 8 are done. And then we'll start getting into 4 for a while, and then eventually get to 10 and finish that up, and then finish 4. So the next 3 modules will be able to do that. Okay. Oh, Franklin, I'm so sorry you can't hear. I am going to take this video and I'll make it available so you can watch it if you need to. Franklin, of course, Franklin can't be heard from my end. I think Franklin's saying she can't unmute. Might be the issue. All right. Let me just one more time just open it up for questions and see if you can do. The recording is on. All right.
Paul, can I make a quick comment? Please,
Ty.
Sure. For those of you who've been able to show up, we really appreciate it. I will tell you my ask of you is this: since Paul has made those videos available through Canvas, can you query your other instructors and ask them to please download them as well? Otherwise, they won't know it's there. I can try. What I'll do is I'll send an email out to the group as well, just reminding them that capability is there.
Yeah, I think I emailed
them know too.
as
That'd be
well.
fantastic.
Yeah, I think I emailed them a day or two after last week.
Okay.
So everybody should have gotten that as well. So, so please let me know. And I think you might get a note that says this folder is available to you because I put all your names into the folder. So that was one of the things I did. All right, guys, that's about it. I would love to hang here, but if nobody's going to talk or show themselves, and so sorry for the technical things. This is a very long distance type scenario. If you can think of any way we can try to make this work better, that'll be good. One of the things I don't mind doing, if we get on and you're finding you are having technical difficulties, we can shut it down and start again if you think that would help. But remember, watch the videos for next week. You should be done by module 3 next week. And just to remind you, when you go to the modules here, they actually show you the reading assignments, and I'm expecting you to finish module 3 next week. So we'll have some, the project. We're basically doing technical management processes at that time. All right. Everybody sound good? All right. Let's give everybody a thumbs up, or give me a thumbs up so that I know you're good. All right. Thank you. Comfort's got me one. And just go ahead and well, I've got this recorded so you guys can watch it later if you want. Thank you, Dorothy. Appreciate it. The rest, I'm not sure why. Maybe you guys can't hear me. Also, try to keep in mind when this type of thing happens, the chat sometimes is a good way to go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. All right, and please remember the discussion board. And of course, you can send me an email. I prefer the discussion board if it is a question about the material. It's much easier for everyone else to kind of see what's going on. All right. All right, guys, we'll catch you later, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Bye, Comfort.
Bye.
We'll see you.
Paul.
Bye.
Oh.